Right, come on. Come on. In. Yes! He did it again! He did it again! Come on! What a goal! What a goal! West Bromwich Albion 2, Bristol City 0. Exactly the same! Exactly the same as he did against QPR! Come on! Yes!
What is happening, guys? Jonathan here, aka Crazy Shadow 303. This is your Carabao Cup second round match review between West Bromwich Albion and Harrogate Town at the Hawthorns. And yeah, we won 3-0. You know, the scoreline, that's what matters. Not entirely convincing though. It really should have been easier. You know, we had chances to make it more than 3-0. And yeah, Harrogate Town, I mean, I've got the greatest respect for them, you know, after what they've been able to achieve the last few seasons, given that they are a relatively small club, and still am, to be honest. But they've gone 2 promotions within 3 seasons. Last season they narrowly missed, well, the season before they narrowly missed out on promotion to the EFL through the playoffs. Last season they did finally get promoted into League 2, and their first ever EFL game against Southend last weekend, they shocked everyone by beating Southend 4-0. So yeah, they were coming to the Hawthorns, you know, on the back of that. We were going into this game on the back of a 3-0 defeat to Leicester City. So yeah, but we still, on paper, we still have the quality to, you know, to dispatch Harrogate convincingly. There's obviously still some more work to be done within the team. Conor Gallagher is due, I think, to come into the team as well. And we definitely, I mean, today proved it, to be honest. We need a striker or two. But yeah, some people may disagree on me with that one. But, you know, we need a striker, because an extra striker would have possibly dispatched, you know, some of the chances that we had tonight. It was 3-0, granted, but it really should have been more, you know. And for the first 10 minutes, Harrogate literally come out the blocks. They wouldn't let us play. They wouldn't give us any space whatsoever, you know. And, you know, after like nearly 20 minutes, we finally do get a goal. But, you know, maybe some people would have expected us to score a lot sooner than like the 18th, 20th minute. We did make 10 changes to the team from the loss against Leicester. Only Darver O'Shea kept his place in the team from last weekend. And there were debuts for Peltier and Button in goal, and also Kipri, who we signed from Wigan. They made a good account of themselves, the debutants. Button with some great saves, especially one where Harrogate looked almost certain to score, and he just dived to his right hand side, had a very convincing right hand to stop the shot. But other than that, Button really didn't have too much to do, has to be said. Not as much as what their goalkeeper had to do, which, to be honest, he made some great saves as well, albeit some of them were from some pretty tame shots. Charlie Austin, I'm looking at you. But yeah, we win 3-0, that's the main thing. We kick on to the third round to face either Southampton or our good friends from the Championship, Brentford. But yeah, 18th, 20th minute, I think it was Raheem Harper who like turned his defender inside out and unleashed a pile driver. I mean, what a shot that was. Right into the top corner, about 20-yard pile driver, and yeah, 1-0. And we thought, honestly, the floodgates would open then. It almost did, because minutes later, HRK, he did a bit of anything you can do, Raheem, I can do better. And he unleashed a pile driver of his own, which practically went in the same spot as Raheem's goal. So 2 pile drivers, 2 goals, simples. And yeah, that's when we thought, okay, 2-0 within minutes. Floodgates are going to open now, and we're going to start scoring. But then we came off the burner a bit. I don't know if that team has gelled enough, to be honest. I mean, the commentators on Sky Sports were constantly reminding us how little time we had to train and, you know, make pre-season matches and prepare for this season. And they were constantly on about, Don Goodman especially, was constantly on about how, you know, we haven't had a lot of training and we haven't had a lot of prep, and it's going to take a few games for West Brom to really gel as a team. Yeah, so maybe it wasn't as convincing as it should have been. But yeah, it was... We went off the boil a bit until the second half, and the second half, to be honest, was much, much better than the first. Charlie Austin nearly put us ahead, like 3-0 up and even 4-0 up. He had two chances where it was just beyond his reach. Sorry about that, guys. The camera cut out while I was recording, so yeah, it stopped right on the Charlie Austin thing, so I'll continue from there. Charlie Austin, as I said, you know, twice he stretched for it and didn't quite get the ball to make it a convincing 3-0. And there was one where I think Raheem Harper did all the work. Did well to put the cross in. Charlie Austin controlled it well, but then, you know, it was a really tame shot that it was easy for the defender to clear. And I mean, you know, anywhere to the left or right with a bit more power, and Charlie would have scored. So, and almost immediately after that, he came off and Callum Robinson came on. Matty Phillips came on as well in place of Kamil Grzycki. And yeah, that's when, you know, we started to take more control of the game. I mean, Matty got in behind Harrogate's defenders, created some chances. He did skew a shot that was heading towards the touchline, but what skill from Carl Edwards. Oh my days. The way he turned the Harrogate player, kept the ball in, went to the byline and just crossed it for an easy tap-in for Callum Robinson to make it 3-0. And that was it, game done. Great skill from Carl Edwards, fully deserves the man of the match. And yeah, after that it was just a case of Harrogate trying to break through and us keeping our shape, and you know, and we got the job done, albeit not convincingly, because it really should have been 4, possibly 5-0, possibly 6-0 to us. But, you know, a win is a win. We had to win this, given that it was League 2 opposition. Not only that, newly promoted League 2 opposition. So, yeah, we had to win it. We did win it. It was 3-0. It could have been more, it probably should have been more, but at least we've done it. At least we got it. You know, great performance in the end. And yeah, fully fully, well, I can't even pronounce that. Well deserved. I'll just say well deserved man of the match for Carl Edwards. And yeah, it's given Slavan something to think about. You know, about the starting 11 for the game against Everton on the weekend. And that's where we go to next. We go to Goodison Park. At the time of recording this video, Salford's there now, trying to beat Everton. You know, Salford's trying to do what Harrogate couldn't and knock Premier League opposition out of the Carabao Cup in the second round. But we head there on the weekend over to Goodison and hope that we can get at least a point out of Everton. You know, a win would be an absolute bonus. But the way Everton played against Spurs last weekend, you know, it's going to be difficult. And yeah, obviously today's game has given Slavan something to think about concerning team selection. And yes, so West Bromwich Albion 0, West Bromwich Albion 3, Harrogate Town 0. And we kick on to the third round next week against either Southampton or our friends from the Championship, Brentford. So yeah, if you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe to Crazy Shadow 303 if you haven't already done so, and don't forget to hit that bell icon to join my Shadow Squad and get notified on all new content on the channel, both Albion related, gaming, Formula 1, league, play, you know, literally anything that comes onto the channel. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Boing boing, third round, here we come. Southampton or Brentford at the Hawthorns, and bye for now, guys.